All right, we're live. Happy
Yeah.
Saturday morning, everybody. We got the Arms Room with us.
Hey,
What's up, Cody? How you been?
how's it going? That's good to be here. Thanks for having me. But yeah,
Yeah, it's a nice, quiet Saturday morning before Christmas, and I don't know. We were pretty swamped yesterday, so I'm hoping we're busy again. You know, as a shop owner, we always want to be busy, and that's kind of my guess. So hopefully, if anybody is in the Oshkosh area needs a last minute gift item, come in and buy a gun.
oh
Yeah, you got big plans for Christmas. Do you guys travel anywhere, or do you pretty much stay home?
yeah, pretty much stay home. We got four kids out there, so if you guys hear kids, that's why. But yeah, no, I think we're gonna stay around here. We're in the Kansas City area, so I've got some family in Kansas City. We'll see, but most of our family's in North Carolina. So, but we're gonna stay local for now, and not really too much plan. Make some gun videos, maybe do some camping. I think it's gonna be like 50, 60. It's not too cold.
Wild,
We'll see. We'll see. So
wild. Yeah, no camping. I was not expecting you to say that because like yesterday morning, I woke up and it was like eight degrees, and then with the wind, it put it negative something. We had a couple of days this last week that we were negative 30.
oh, jeez.
Yeah, camping's really not on the
No.
so
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. And
yeah.
normally it's pretty cold around this time, but right now it's not too bad. So maybe not. We'll see. But
Okay. Yeah, we're expected to get a heat wave. We're going to be like mid 30s.
okay, well, yeah, that's crazy. That's not even that warm, but hey, that works. That
Oh,
works.
dude, it is dust. If it's above 32 degrees, it's nice. Like you can
No,
wear a sweatshirt around here. You know,
right. No, definitely. Yeah, no, that was so. Before I was here, I lived in Hawaii, and I used to see everybody like in hoodies when it was like 60 degrees. I'm like, dude, what are you guys like? It's not even cold. But then, like after 2 or 3 years, I got used to it, and it got to like 60, and I was like shivering because I'm just used to 85 all the time and all that. But
Yeah.
well, yeah. So
you got to put a little more insulation on you, like us.
absolutely. And I'm getting there. I'm trying to be a little more active, but man, no, it's yeah, absolutely.
Nice. Rooster, what's up, buddy? Thanks for being here. Paul, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Blaze Berserker, this will be a better stream than what I was subjected to. LOL. Well, hopefully we can entertain you this awesome, quiet Saturday morning. So we got Cody from the Arms Room. We can clearly see why you're called the Arms Room.
got a few guns.
Have you gotten a final count? Did you ever do a final count and do like a leaderboard?
I did count. I've already lost count. It's between 90 and 100. I think it's like 92, somewhere around in there. Some I've let I've kept with my family in North Carolina, but I think it's about 92. So
Nice.
now I think like 40-ish are about rifles. Maybe 50. I'd have to go back through and count because I forgot, but it's somewhere around in there. So
okay. And did you just count them overall, or did you separate out like rifles from handguns?
I did. I separated rifles and handguns. I wrote it on a piece of paper. I'm pretty sure one of my kids came in here and took the paper and who knows
Drew on it.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah. So when you're actually like when you're looking for guns, are you just dedicated to like one category, like you're looking for a historical piece, or do you see modern stuff and you got to have like a blend?
Yeah, pretty much anything. I'm always like interested in trying to find unique things. So like, I don't know if you've ever used like Arms List or anything like that. That's typically where I look. I don't even know with YouTube. Are we allowed to say where we've like find stuff at?
As long as you aren't pointing to a gun and saying you can buy this on Arms List.
Okay.
As long as you aren't directing people where to go to buy.
Okay.
Like, yeah, no, you can say where you've sourced it. My YouTube rep did say there are a few companies, like nationwide companies, that if we just showed their logo,
Okay.
like it's a no-go.
Right.
So we don't want to do that, but no, yeah, as long as you aren't just saying, here's this gun, go buy it on arms list.
Right. Okay.
So
Yeah, so typically that's where I find most of the stuff is I go on arms list and find people who I've got some really like good deals and stuff just from people who don't know what it is. Or let me see, you probably can't really tell, but there's a trench shotgun I've got right over here. This is my little pointer. The boss actually gave me this idea, so it's
love
been
it.
awesome. It's an old Vietnam trench shotgun, and got it for like 300 beans. That's what I say because I don't know how YouTube is with that, but it's worth like it's worth around 10K.
Yeah.
Guy just didn't know what it was. I did some research on it, and it was my best deal of a lifetime. So
no, that's awesome. And a lot of the times too, I mean, sometimes you got to be careful there too, because they do know what they have and it's
Right.
not real.
Exactly.
You know, it's not what you think it is, and they're trying to pass it off as something else.
Exactly.
So we don't, like me personally, the good news is about having a shop, a lot of this stuff comes to me.
Right.
So I try to avoid, gun broker is definitely a site that I will not be a part of, other than we will transfer guns for customers when they have it shipped in from there.
Sure.
But we've had so many issues with gun broker because gun broker, I think a lot of people that are kind of newer to firearms or new to that world are buying online.
Mm-hmm.
They think gun broker is like this massive, all the guns are housed in one place, and gun broker is the actual seller of the gun, and that's what's getting sent out. But when realistically it's individuals or shops that are doing it. Right. And I can tell you that we've had so many people have guns sent in, and we always, when the customer shows up, I open up the gun, put it right in front of them, and I always use the phrase, make sure everything is here that you're expecting, because if it's not, now's the time to say something. Okay. So don't take ownership of it and then go, hey, this isn't my gun.
Right.
We've had some nightmares where the seller put a gun up for auction and then sends a completely different gun.
Oh, okay.
And then when the buyer comes to pick it up, they contact the seller and they go, hey, this is the wrong gun. And then they go, oh, I ran out of those. I don't have that anymore. This was the next best thing. And then you find out there's a $200 to $400 difference.
Right.
The gun they sent is cheaper.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can some of these people even think that way?
Right.
So you always got to be checking and making sure.
Absolutely, yeah. And I've definitely gotten a few, not as many. I use arms list primarily, but I have gotten a few off gun broker. But it is always it seems to be like, I don't know if it's FUDs or what, where they're like, this is the same gun that whoever, some insert historical figure, they use this, like this specific one, and it's not true. But they rack up the price. But yeah, so
you press this button, you get free HBO.
Exactly. So
yeah.
So have you ever gotten any like good deals at the shop? Like somebody just brings something in they don't know what it is, or they're just getting rid of it, or?
Sure, and we're kind of in a little, like a little different of a position, because if somebody brings me something that's like historical value, I might throw them an offer of like what I might buy it for. But realistically, if they're trying to offload it, like a lot of what comes our way are people that inherit, there's a death in the family.
Sure.
And they have a whole collection of guns. I'm more inclined to help them sell it. And a lot of the times I'll say, hey, this is what you have, and let's put it up on auction for you. So then I won't actually purchase it.
Right.
I'll sell it for them, and then I'll take a cut of the sale. But then, it's seen nationwide. It's not just local, and they're not trying to, a lot of the times these people that are bringing the whole collection, they're not gun people.
Right.
And they're always worried, like, well, they're not registered to me. I'm like, well, this is the state of Wisconsin. We don't have a gun registry.
Right.
And so a lot of the times they just don't know. So we don't, like, I don't feel like I'm sitting here like trying to take advantage of people. We want to get them the best the best deal. But sometimes people just don't want to even deal with the auction. They don't want to deal with it, and I throw an offer and they'll take it. So
Right.
so they'd rather just have the money in hand. So yeah, I've gotten some deals for sure. They're hanging in my office.
Sure.
So
But it sounds like you help people out, like if they're willing to be helped out. Otherwise, I'm sure there's people that are just like, I don't want to deal with this thing. Take it. And,
absolutely. And then we got to be careful. Like, how did you acquire this?
Yeah, definitely.
you want to take $200 for this Gavir 43.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Definitely.
So
yeah. I'm trying to think. Very early on in my gun collecting journey, I just gotten back from deployment, and I was like, I had all this money I'd saved up, so I was like, I'm ready to start getting some guns. And I ended up getting scammed because it was one of those things on Arms List, but it wasn't like a person to person. It was kind of like Gunbroker, but you send money through PayPal and then they send the gun. I was like 19, 20. Don't do that for anybody watching that. Be very careful. So yeah, I was out like $800. That's the only time I ever got scammed. I learned pretty early on, and we're good now. But
the first time I got scammed was in the 90s.
Really?
Oh, dude, I was young, like really young. That was back when magazines were real prevalent. This is before internet.
Right.
And there was a mail-in, like it was for like a pellet gun, and I mailed cash.
Oh man.
Yeah. Nope. That wasn't good. So, although I'm sure the mailman maybe had walked off with that cash, but
it's possible. Yeah.
Who knows? Let's see. JP Jones. It's always the FUDs. Blame the FUDs. Yes. Which, by the way, I mean, we have gun shows that come through town quite regularly. It's part of a traveling gun show. And I don't know who visits gun shows anymore. I mean, if you just want to go look at some cool stuff, that's about it. You're not really going to go buy because, I mean, the last gun show I went to, like, I owned a lot of the pieces that were in there. Mm-hmm. And I'm just sitting there looking at it and go, when did this 22 pistol become, $1,200?
Absolutely.
Like, it doesn't make sense. These guys just want to show their stuff. They don't want to sell.
No, exactly. It's. I went to a couple of gun shows. I went to a couple in Hawaii, actually. And for whatever reason, they didn't like historical stuff very much. So I was able to get some good deals. But yeah, recently it seems like there's either stuff super marked up or half of it's not even gun stuff. It's, beef jerky or like these random VHS sets and stuff. And it's like, what the heck? It is what it is, I guess.
Or old Milsurp stuff. Yeah, or you go in there and the people are selling light bars for your ATVs, UTVs.
Exactly.
Cool, man. I'm glad I paid $5 at the door to see these light bars.
Literally. Absolutely. Let's see. John Paul Jones, thanks for being here, man. He's one of the mods on my channel.
Was he really?
Being here. Yeah.
So, nice. Blazed, you guys have it easy with that stuff. My state is really strict about anything gun related. That sucks. And then, I remember those old mail-in magazines. Well, you're showing your age.
Oh yeah.
No, so you were stationed in Hawaii, right?
Yeah. So first I was stationed in at Fort Bragg in North Carolina. That's where I'm from, like Charlotte area. And so I spent a couple of years there. Then I went to Hawaii, spent a couple of years there. Very nice to visit. I wouldn't say living there, if you had family, it'd be one of the best places. Not really 2A friendly at all. You have to take all your guns down to the police station and register them. So most of the stuff is, not most, probably 10% of this is registered with the Honolulu Police Department. And so I called about that. There's a Desert Eagle. Probably can't really see it too well. It's right about there.
Oh, that giant gold gun in the middle?
Yes.
I can't see that.
Yeah, so I called the police department. I was like, "Hey, is this allowed?" And they were like, "No." Then I called back and they're like, "Yeah." So they didn't really know. So I just got it and I was like, "Well, maybe they'll let me have it. Maybe they won't." They did let me have it, but anyway, you had to go through a whole process if you want to get a handgun. Essentially, go into concealed carry class, but just to like get a permit to buy a handgun. And so it was a little weird, but Hawaii was nice. The beaches were nice, so
Right.
yeah.
So, if anybody remembers our earlier videos, we had a guy working for us named Isaiah, and Isaiah was the little muscular guy. He was a former Marine, and he was stationed out in Hawaii.
Okay, yeah.
And he told us some stories out there. But he did a pig hunt. He speared a pig on a farmer's farm,
right
out there. You know, like he was telling us, he jumped from a tree to get it. It seemed very Isaiah-esque. But what he ended up doing is he went and got a food permit, and then went down to the beach, and they made tacos from the meat. And he's like I made like $4,000.
That's awesome. That's great. Yeah, no, that's yeah. We had a few guys do that, hunt the pigs, because the chickens are like everywhere. There's chickens that just roam the whole island. There's no predators for them. That and the pigs as well. Definitely interesting. I didn't expect that to see just chickens laying eggs on my car and all that like all the time. But yeah, it's
Wild.
Yeah,
Free
definitely.
breakfast.
Yeah, no, for sure. Apparently, they said it was something like there's a whole bunch of like chicken farms and stuff. Then there was like bad weather, a hurricane or something that broke it, and they ran off into the jungle, and they've just arrived. So,
Sure.
But yeah, let's see.
Jonathan Stevens asks, "What are your thoughts on bulk reloads from gun shows?" Well, I'll tell you what. That's probably the last place I would buy bulk reloads. Just to be honest, they're the guys that are running. I'm trying to think of the best way to call it, but like when you go out to the Dakotas and you're going to do like prairie dog hunting, those guides that are out there that reload rounds specifically for like the prairie dog hunting, like when it's your business to guide people on hunts and you're selling reloads for the people, like that stuff I would trust.
Right.
If you don't know who the actual reloader was, I don't know that I would necessarily trust it. We get people that come in with their bulk reloads to us, and unless we like have a chain of command and we know exactly who loaded it, we won't trust it. We just say sorry, not interested, or we kind of disclaimer it and go, and like I tell them like whatever the MSRP is for this ammo, like it's going to be a quarter of the cost. Like that's what we're going to put it at. Like you basically got to sell it like it's brass. So
Right.
So I don't know if you're buying reloads or not, but that's kind of where I stand on it.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any reloads. I just feel like it's taking a gamble unless you know who it is and you can trust that person. Otherwise, I feel like it's a gamble. Yeah.
Right. Randomness. Any travel advice for CCW? The biggest thing is for me, if you're going to be traveling by car, go to the USCCA website and look up the travel map, because they have people dedicated on their staff to watch the laws for each state and how you can travel and reciprocity. The laws almost change by the hour, and so that map is updated, I think, once every hour. So if you're going to travel by car, 100% head over to the USCCA website, look at their travel map, and then you can download it on your phone as well. And then that'll tell you how you can or can't carry in other states with the permit that you have. So you put in your home state and then like your destination, and it'll tell you where you should go, like how you should travel.
Definitely.
Damn blue states, anti-American bastards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Blazed. Yeah, I remember Isaiah. Hope he's doing well. Isaiah's doing great. We still see Isaiah. Isaiah was going to school for, I can't say because he doesn't want me to. But Isaiah is doing exactly what Isaiah should be doing. So we still see him in when there's like really high profile like fights, like boxing matches and stuff. I'll host fight nights here, and Isaiah always comes back for him. So Nope, he's doing good.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Jonathan, I have once or twice in the past, but I work at a gun store now, so I get killer deals on new ammo. Yeah, it wasn't always that case too. Like even during the going into the pandemic, and every box of ammo that you would buy would get sold.
Right.
We made it a point at our shop here that we would never ever go above MSRP for what ammo was listed at, because realistically, even in that time frame, it was like pennies that we would make on ammo, and we just didn't want to be associated with other shops that were price gouging at the time.
Right.
So the pricing on ammo has definitely gotten better. They still kept like that MSRP higher, but the cost has come down a little bit, and so it gives us a little more wiggle room to give deals and whatnot. But yeah, we're in that boat of don't go above MSRP. We're not out to price gouge people.
Right. No, that makes sense. I think that's good. There's a random question, I guess. Do you see like because you guys are near Oshkosh, right? Like
I'm downtown Main Street, Oshkosh.
Okay. So like whenever when they have like the Oshkosh fly-in event, I guess, like does it do you guys get busy for that, or like
yeah. So that's called the EAA. So the Experimental Aircraft Association has been in Oshkosh for over 50 years. COVID was kind of the one goofy off year, but we get people in from all over the world. And so we have our pin maps here. And so if you come into the shop and you see a gold pin on, we have a map for the state of Wisconsin, the U.S., and then we have a world map. And so if you go over to our world map and you see gold pins, those people came and physically visited the shop.
Right.
And during EAA, most of the time people are actually coming in because they know our channel.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. So it's super cool. The Australians are funny.
Oh yeah.
And this last terrorist attack on Bondi Beach would probably kind of explain it. The Australians come in and they look at the wall, and then they go, "Whoa! I can't believe I'm seeing this many guns in one spot."
Right.
And then they're kind of dancing around it, and I get right to the point as soon as they walk in, and I go, "Where are you from?" I'm from Australia. Okay. Which one do you want to hold? And then they go, "Well, I don't have a permit. I don't have a permit." No. Which one do you want to hold?
Right.
But I don't. We're not allowed to touch guns. Like, no.
Right.
Which one do you want to hold? You're going to hold anything you want.
Yeah.
And it blows their mind. And then the second you put it in their hands, can I take a picture? Yes, you can. We had a ton of people that we would bring around back and actually let them stand right in front of the wall.
Right. Yeah.
Now I would be a little afraid for them after you see what's happening in like Britain.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Where if they're just going to post that stuff, like there was a guy that posted it was either a photo or a video where he was in Vegas and he was at one of the gun ranges there where they let him rent a full auto.
Right.
And they arrested him over it.
Yes. Insane. That's insane. Crazy. Yeah. Right. He wasn't even in it. It is what it is. I don't know. That's I feel very bad for, because we get when I do a live stream or something like that, I'd say a good portion of the viewers are from different countries. Some they can somewhat have guns, some can't have anything, and so I definitely feel for them. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. I do and I don't. Part of me goes, you know what? I'm really happy that my ancestors kicked their ass.
True. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's see. Jonathan Stevens, damn cooling off periods have us screwed up here in New Mexico. I hate being a storage unit for people's guns. Those laws are such BS and against the Constitution. I think it's funny. Our 48-hour cool off period ended back in 2012. And I didn't realize that there was still a cool off, and I went and bought one. I went and bought a handgun like an hour and a half north of here. And then I went and did the paperwork, and the guy's like, "Okay, I'll see you in 2 days." Shit. I had to drive back. But now we don't have that anymore. At least here in Wisconsin, as soon as you pass your background, you're walking out with it. So,
Oh yeah.
if you're wondering who's breathing over my shoulder, it's Dustin. Let's see. Yeah, Blaze, that's good. I'm glad he's bettering himself. He's talking about Isaiah.
What's that?
We were talking about Isaiah because Cody used to be stationed in Hawaii.
Oh.
And so was Isaiah. And Isaiah, I don't know if you remember his pig hunting story where he speared pigs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were talking about Isaiah.
Yeah.
Blaze, I had an ex from England who was absolutely shocked to see that I had a shotgun in my house.
I believe it. Yeah, I believe
That
it.
explains why it's an X.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So one other thing I wanted to kind of touch on, because you're from, you got family and you're from North Carolina.
Yeah.
I talked a little bit about it last night, but the next event that I think I see myself going to is going to be Palmetto State Armory's The Gathering, which is in South Carolina, which is in Clinton, South Carolina.
Okay.
Have you looked at that at all? Do you plan on
I haven't. But like, I'm not planning to go to SHOT Show or anything like that.
Don't.
Yeah, no, I just don't think it's worth it, in my opinion. Especially what we talked about and all that. But when is the Palmetto event happening?
So it's the end of March,
Okay.
2026. It's the 20 and then 21st, or the 21st and the 22nd. Yeah, it's in Clinton, South Carolina, which is almost like dead center of the state, but a little more south.
Uh-huh.
And it's on the Clinton Plantation, middle of nowhere. And the only reason I bring it up now is if you plan on attending, like, now's the time to figure out your hotel or housing.
Right.
Even Airbnb out there, we're looking at it, and it's that you're either like an hour away,
Right.
or the Airbnb sucks.
Definitely.
So yeah, but maybe we'll have to have a chat, when we're not on the live. But just wanted to see if you were planning on maybe heading out there.
No, I didn't even realize it, but I regretted not going to the GOA one that you guys went to, because I almost went and then I didn't end up getting to go. So I do want to go, and I'll plan on this. I'll look into this. My family's on like the North Carolina, South Carolina border. It's probably still a couple hours away, but yeah, no, we'll chat and figure out. So definitely.
Right. Dustin, this one's for you. Hey, Dustin, that E-clip work for you? E-clip.
I'm trying to place who that is.
Yeah. Kitty, could you be a little more specific? Sometimes people ask us references about a video we made a year ago, and we just don't think about it every day.
Right.
So I don't know if it's about a video that we made, or if you actually got sent a clip or needed a clip, which I hate saying clip. Stop making me say clip.
Yeah, I don't know if they're referencing the multi-clip.
I don't know.
Or ulti-clip.
Well,
if you're talking about an ulti-clip, they work amazing always. They're a small family-owned company. Well, they were a small family-owned company, and I make leather holsters because I prefer leather. It's more pliable against your body, so you don't have the sharp edges. And I make my holsters go up over the gun, so it like protects against like corners and stuff like that. And I originally made a leather holster for my Beretta 92, and after wearing it for like 3-4 months, it was so formed to the gun. When I drew the gun from concealment, it actually disengaged the safety for me. So it was like, that's why when I carry it in like a Kydex holster or something, I leave the safety off because I'm so used to the safety already being disengaged. And it's annoying having the safety on the gun because it's one more thing that can go wrong in a moment of panic. Came in Thursday, I think, to quick break. Oh, yeah, it worked great, buddy. Thank you.
Now we're clicking,
Yep.
but just not you and I, Cody. We have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
I know. We know who that is.
Okay, cool.
Let's see.
It's working
Paul.
great.
Yeah,
Paul
and I
said-
have a shit ton of extras.
Hmm.
I went
Paul,
in
you
for
said-
one E-clip and he gave me a whole pack full of different like really small E-clips and like really small cotter pins. I don't know if I'll ever use a cotter pin, but if I ever do, I'm covered. Thanks to is it John's Hobby Shop down the street on Oregon.
Something like that. Now I know who it is.
Yeah.
Paul Wick, Cody, I'm in that exact area. It's around an hour and 20 minutes from Gastonia.
Yep. Paul, I know exactly where that's at. I'm from like literally 15 minutes from Gastonia, Kings Mountain. So if it's only an hour and 20 minutes from the event, I'll be able to. I could probably just crash with my family and then go there. But Paul, we may have talked about this before. I didn't realize you're from right there. Because I'm from like Shelby area. So anyway. Hey guys, y'all ready for Santa? I'm ready for Santa. Hopefully, I don't know what he's gonna bring me, but hopefully something good.
Yeah, that's it.
Was that
That's
the one?
it.
Okay. New York Gunner, what's up, buddy? I was New York Gunner. I was kind of half expecting you Wednesday night to be on the live when I was with the Tactical Rabbi. Would have been great having your input there because Tactical Rabbi does training for like New York gun permits, and so would have been interesting to have you chime in during that. So
we got to talk about this beanie, man. This thing is comfortable. It's like your head's being hugged by a boob. It's so soft. Yeah, I've got a big noggin, and I have to shave my head again so my Velcro holds it on my head. But that's the Americana Pipe Dream, right?
yeah. So Cody, I don't know if you're familiar with Americana Pipe Dream.
Yeah.
So they're 20 minutes north of us. And
Okay.
yeah, which is super wild because here in Wisconsin, like Dustin and I feel like we're on an island as far as content creators go.
Yeah.
And there's just really nobody else nearby. But you go to the south and they're all over the place, and it's real easy for everybody to meet up. I tried reaching out to them maybe like a year ago. And then when Dustin and I went out to Las Vegas for the donut operator Brandon Herrera Range Day,
Yeah.
I ran into Logan from Americana Pipe Dream, and it was wild. I was like, I had to go all the way to Vegas to meet you. You're 20 minutes north of me. But he was super kind and invited me up this last Wednesday to get a tour of their facility. And I was being very respectful. I didn't want to film anything. I took a couple of photos and stuff. The desk is real. It's not AI.
Okay.
So the desk that they had built for him, I sat at it, took a photo. But they are doing things right up there, and it's amazing the amount of warehouse spacing that they have full of milsurp items.
Right.
So if anybody's really into that stuff, check out Americana Pipe Dream. And they got, I think, some killer deals on a lot of stuff. They're going to transition a little bit into like their own apparel. And one of the things are these beanies. Dustin's wearing one, and Logan promises and swears that they're better than a Carhartt. So if anybody's looking for a kick-ass beanie, he gave us a few. We really dig them. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
I've debated on getting some of their like surplus stuff. Like if I'm going to make a video about like a certain gun, maybe like if it's like a, I don't know, old Soviet something, find something like they got tons of that stuff. And maybe, cosplay or whatever, wear it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. For anybody else paying attention here for Cody's channel, Cody might be doing some new long form content coming up that I think is going to be pretty interesting. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for the Arms Room long form content.
Absolutely.
Let's see.
Somebody asked about if we test fire the guns in the back.
Oh yeah, that was up here.
They're asking about the bullet traps. Unfortunately, we can't.
The city sucks.
Yeah.
Ah.
So thankfully, I've got my own range. So any test fires I got to do, I take them out there. It's funny. Everyone's like, being a gunsmith's great. You got to shoot guns all the time. Yeah, for testing.
Right.
I'm not. It's not like I took a scar out and I was like, all right, let's see how this baby runs. No, it's
right.
Does it run? Does it run correct? Yeah. So I'm focused more on the firearm than I am what's happening downrange. And if it's something wackadoodles, like touching back on Isaiah, he always has some kind of new freaking project that he's got to have me figure out for him. And
I want this to fit into this.
Well, with Isaiah, respectfully, he always brings information with him. It's not like he dumps a bunch of like galvanized pipe and I want you to make this into an optic. That's not going to happen, dude.
Right.
Well, how much would it be? $4 million. Because I don't want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. Jonathan just built me a 300 WSM Tika for long range hunting here out west. To bipod or not to bipod? Tripod. I think getting yourself like a Fox loves his Double Tap Industries tripod. It looks pretty sick every time he uses it, and we have the Double Tap targets that we use. They make some really good quality pieces. Yeah. I think I would look into that tripod. It's super lightweight, but it's like heavy duty. Very, very well made, well thought out. That would be.
Yeah, their target stands are pretty. Like looking at them, you got to ask, why isn't this a thing a lot sooner? Because they've got one that'll hold the 2x4 and I think a 4x4. It looks like a 4x4 thing, and then they have one that'll go on a T-post. So if you got land where you can leave the T-posts in the ground, you just bring out the little caps and just set up for like $250. You can have like a full run shooting range, and even with like multiple angles and stuff like that. And the cool thing, if you can't leave the post there with the stands, everything breaks down with like these spring-loaded cotter pins. I'm like, screw the stand. I want one of these for my lawnmower, But it all fits in like a 2-foot duffel bag. So everyone's like, "Oh, how do you fit the pole in a 2-foot duffel bag?" Well, you carry that, dipshit. But everything else of the target, the plate, like the silhouette, the topper, the base, like the legs are only like maybe 2.5 feet. It's not a huge heavy thing. So throw a duffel over your shoulder, walk out to where you got to do, set it up, and like Dave says, they're really robust. I mean, we pounded the crap out of them at the range, and they didn't move. So.
Sorry, just reading over the comments here real quick. There's a couple of people from New York in here.
Paul Wick, man, have you ever eaten at the Anchor Bar, the home of the original freaking buffalo wings? Dude, screw B-dubs. Those wings are amazing.
So am I remembering this right, Cody? You're a pilot?
I'm trying to be. I'm in flight school and all that, so I just gotta take one more test. Pretty much, I'll get my private pilot's license. But I'm trying to do all the training. Eventually, do the airline pilot thing. We'll see. But that's gonna take a while. So, but what I really feel passionate about is this. I like making videos and doing the YouTube thing. So, we'll see. I'm just gonna keep making videos, and if I could do this full time, that's what I do. But
okay. Well, I guess when you get it, you're gonna have to come up for EAA.
No, absolutely, yeah. It's I feel like it's gonna be.
We'll hire him to fly us around.
There you go. Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna switch spots with Dustin here for just a second.
Yeah.
So, hang on. There you go. You can stand or sit if you like.
Ooh, I get the boss chair.
Yeah.
So I'm not familiar with your content, but are you just a review based content?
Pretty much, I just I've got primarily old guns and stuff. So I guess the story is like I was collecting. I've been collecting about 7, 8 years, and I had all this stuff sitting around, debate on getting rid of everything, and but I was like, well, maybe I'll just make a YouTube channel and make some videos, see if people will watch it. So pretty much, I just like I do like POV footage stuff is what I started out as at least.
Sure.
Just doing shorts, shooting it and all that. But now I'm thinking about moving to long form. Maybe like showing it, doing a narrative on it, and like telling stories about it and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll see.
That's one huge hole in my knowledge base that I would love to patch.
Yeah.
The problem that I always run into with like milsurp is everyone's like, "Oh, this is a Guerra 97 or whatever," and I'm like, "Okay, great. What does that mean?" Like, I'm familiar with that. Like, aren't you a gunsmith? I'm like, bro, you know how many freaking guns there are?
Yeah,
Like,
there's no
everything.
No,
And
there's so much.
Yeah, and there's subtle tweaks and changes. My reference is always the I have two main points when it comes to people that are like, well, it's the same thing. Like the Winchester 94 and the Winchester 94 Centennial are two terribly different platforms. Everyone's like, it's the same thing. No, it's not. The original 94 was a drift, like the mag tube ring was drifted in, whereas the Centennial, it's brazed in. So when I was looking it up, because I always double check my knowledge to make sure I don't make simple mistakes.
Sure.
And when I was looking that up, everyone's like, it's the exact same thing. Well, I'm very familiar with the 94. I've got one sitting right behind me right now that I just restored. So I tried drifting it out and it freaking snapped the ring off. And I was like, what the hell? And then, so I'm scraping all the rust and gunk off and I find the brazing on it. I'm like, oh, okay. So then I had to TIG it all back together, and I'm not horribly great with TIG right now, but it's one of those things where I would love, and I've been talking to AGI about that.
Right.
Like, guys, you need to make a series on the Lee Enfields.
Definitely.
Alone. Like,
yes.
There's some, and you say like a Lee, I think it's Lee Enfield Model 2, the Mark II. Everyone's like, there's no Mark II. Yes, there is.
Right.
There's just not very many of them because the British Army was like, this is shit. Go
exactly.
away.
Yeah.
They had to revise it. So, and those little nuances, it's the thing that I love and hate at the same time about, because I'm always seeing something new.
Right.
And I literally have a can koozie that says clean yo shit, because most of what I do when people bring something in, like, this isn't running right. Well,
yes.
When you have a handgun that's not cycling properly, specifically stovepiping, it's always three things: filthy,
right,
bad ammo, or grip the thing like a fucking man.
Yes.
And and like, it's funny. People, and no disrespect to the demographics I'm about to say. I have a lot of respect for them. But a lot of the mentality in like EMTs, firefighters, law enforcement, prior military, I always get a cringe when people are like, oh, my buddy's in the Army, he's going to teach me how to shoot a handgun. Really?
Right.
He's going to teach you how to shoot a rifle. You shoot the hell out of that rifle. But a handgun? There's very few Army like infantry that actually train with handguns, and every time it's something like they got the like weaver where their elbows are bent. I'm like, guys, this is a high speed piece of machinery that harnesses an explosion, sends a slide back at Mach Jesus, which gets slid right back. You need some ass behind that to make it cycle properly.
Definitely.
And they're like, no, I'm good. And then they pull one of these numbers out, and I'm like, okay, I need to go get some gum because I just threw up in my mouth a little bit. Stop that.
Right.
That was a very, very specific reference. Super nice guy. Brings in a SAR 9. And he was like, I knew I shouldn't have gotten this inexpensive gun. It's just crap. I'm like, not so much. Mine run a fucking amazing.
Right.
And then he brings it in. He's like, it's not cycling. I'm stovepiping all over the place. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll take it out and I'll look. So I run it. Runs fine. Bring it back in, call the guy in. I'm like, I can't find anything wrong with it. I mean, respectfully, I don't know what's going on. Right. And then when he came in to pick it up,
Isaiah knew what was going on because we talked about it, and he was handling the guy. And then a stroke of brilliance, Isaiah goes, "Hey, let me see how you hold it." And he does one of these numbers. And he goes, "Okay." And he goes, "Dustin, look at this. Look at this." And I look over, I'm like, "Oh, that's your problem, dude."
Right.
You know, a lot of people don't understand that with things like gas blocks, adjustable gas blocks. People wanted me to adjust their gas block. I'm like, bro, I'm 400 pounds. That gas block is not going to run the same for me as it is going to you. You're a lot smaller than me. You're going to need to dial that in yourself.
Right.
And everyone's like, no, anybody can dial it in. I'm like, well, physics is a thing. So, but I digress. I lost track on the military arms stuff.
No,
that was a brilliant thing to have Isaiah here because he is all about the old. He does reenactments and stuff like that, and he had a really good knowledge base in the old Army SERP stuff. And,
right.
You know, it's one of those things. There's so much information out there. Like if you take a picture of a stick with a big spike ball on it, and you look that up, you're going to get 53 different definitions of what it is, and it's like, how do you know which is the correct one?
Right.
Stuff like that. So
exactly. It's if I've learned anything over this time, it's that like I don't really know much because like there's so much information and so many different like little I've got a whole bunch of different Mosins, for example, but obviously there's tons of little differences between all the Mosins and all that. But that's how it goes for all this stuff.
Especially in the AK world.
Oh, absolutely. I'm like very ignorant when it comes to the AK world. It's just so much. So I'm trying to get more into it. Also the lever actions as well. I'm not nearly as knowledgeable as I'd like to be on all that stuff. But what you said, you go ahead.
The nice thing about the AKs is they're so idiot simple.
Yes.
And that's why I love them.
Yeah.
They handed a tank engineer a schematic, like a task. It's like, we need an affordable rifle that's reliable and fairly accurate. And he was like, hold my beer.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
And it's one of those things where these guys get the tism for the AKs, and then they've got their opinion on the, some people say Norinco is the best, some people say it's the worst. I mean, behind us we have one of the first Sega 7.62s that came in,
right?
And people are like, I don't like that stock. I'm like, that's what makes it collectible, is because it's this. They had to put on like a standard rifle stock so they could import it into the United States,
right?
Or at least that's what I found on it.
Yeah.
And I don't like it either, but the guy that brought that in keeps wanting me to put a pistol grip on it. And I'm like, bro, between the parts and my labor, you could buy 2
right
PSA AKs for that price. And it's so I went to Brandon's. I was wondering if Brandon did bring the AK-50. We did not realize it was there until too late. I mean, we saw a sign that said AK guy with an arrow pointing, but it was in masking tape, and I was like, I'm not going that way.
Yeah.
But Rare Breed was down there, and they did some pretty shady stuff at GOA. So they were walking around handing people cease and desists that did anything with triggers, and they actually had to be asked to leave. So it was kind of like that was a pretty not cool thing to do.
Right.
Like, the market is so vast, everybody can make money. That's why we like reaching out to other content creators. Sharks don't eat sharks.
Right.
There's plenty of fish for everyone to eat, and that's what we're trying to put out there. And there's some people that want to be the big swinging meat on the park, but it's there's really no need for that like narcissistic personality.
Right.
And the shame is we use one person in particular because he's got a lot of amazing information. Like I was watching him do ready up drills, and I'm not military. Never claimed to be, not law enforcement, never claimed to be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not an operator. I'm just the guy that likes gun and has a tism for mechanical things, and it just kind of clicked up. How's it going, Safely Strapped? And it's like, dude, you're missing a fan base by being a dickhead.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's like, and he was in a chat group with Dave, and Dave was trying to like pool information, pool knowledge, and see what things work for other people, what things we could incorporate, sharing ideas. You know, like if I thought of something cool for you to do, I would immediately be like, dude, you got like, if you're shooting targets and you need a reactive target, you need to get hooked up with Firebird.
Right.
You could set them damn things off with a pellet gun.
Right.
Like unlike Tannerite, where you need something that travels at Mach Jesus to ignite it.
Right.
And then if you read the information on the label, it says right on there, or it says it in their terms and conditions, that you can buy Tannerite separately. But the second you combine it, you actually need an explosives license.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of people don't know that. And
Right.
yeah, it's not that big of a deal, but you know, you get one chuckle nugget that wants to cause you problems.
Yeah.
They got a stick to threaten you with now.
Definitely.
And Firebird is no mixing. It's a little puck, like one of them's this big and the other one's this big. And you just peel a little sticky label off the back and stick it to something, and you're set.
Right.
No mixing, no anything like that. And it's like you stick it to steel, you can stick it to wood.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, it's an explosion, so you're going to burn through your 2x4. And I think he said, like, if you're using the normal ones, it's like 3 to 5. If you're using the big ones, it's like 2 or 3.
Right.
So they've got them that'll fit underneath a clay pigeon. So if you like sling a clay pigeon, it explodes in the sky,
That's
which
awesome.
I'm dying to try.
Yeah.
We met them at Goals, the first Goals, so 2024.
Uh-huh.
And the universe does not want us to do any footage on those, and we're dying to.
Right.
You've got so much cool stuff, like the Black Aces S4, the Black Aces S2, the Black Aces lever actions. We're dying to get those out at the range, but every time we get a chance, it's either raining or it's right now. It's like 32 degrees here right now.
Right.
And I'm like, I'll still shoot in that, but not long.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I had never heard of them. You said Firebird?
yeah, Firebird.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll look into it.
Yeah, and if you reach out to Ton Jones, Ton Jones, sweetheart.
Yeah,
like you look at him, you're thinking he should be on a Harley carrying a freaking ball peen hammer or something. But amazing guy, super nice guy.
Yeah. Okay.
And hopefully he'll be able to hook you up with like a care package and
right.
And they like if you have the right slingshot, you can set them things off.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they are very, very cool. Folks want the spotlight, so they kick you. Yeah, you're right, Paul. There's a lot of gatekeeping, and we're trying to like we do it when it's not. There's a personal thing there, you know. Like we ran into a suppressor company that's freaking amazing. Like it would be the only one we would carry if we got our SOT, but we're not going to do content for them because when we reach out to them, they're like, "Our orders are so backed up, we don't need you." I'm like, "So you don't like money?" Right. We did one video for Black Aces, and they called Dave at home and was like, "Dude, what else you want? We will send you our entire collection," because they saw such an increase in with just our one video. That video hit like 3.9 million views.
That's awesome.
In like hours, not days or weeks or hours, it hit over 1 million views.
Right.
So, I mean, that guy knew what's up, and their stuff is here. We're constantly showing it.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what some of these companies don't really understand. Like, I've reached out to companies like Bravo Company, Vortex, trying to get some of their stuff in the store to do content with. Nobody responds. It's like, I know we're not like Demolition Ranch big, but we got a pretty good following, and we got some amazing fans.
Yeah.
Like the guys in the chat and the ladies in the chat, if Sassy's in here, we got some of the best fans, some of the best customers. But
yeah, no, I feel the same. Absolutely.
But it's one of those things. Let's see if I missed anybody here. See if anybody's got any questions for you. Irish, good morning. Oh, I'm sorry, Paul. I missed that one, bud. So we went to Brandon's Traders. Yeah. JP Jones, that will never go in an auction. Nate from the King of Camo asked Brandon if he could Cerakote it for him, and Brandon was like, that thing's my baby. Nobody touches it but me. And it's like, fair.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many years he spent developing that thing, but it is definitely a thing for sure.
Right.
See, finally got a bit of break in snow. All right, sick of shoveling. Yeah, I bought a plow.
Have you guys gotten snow yet up there?
Yeah, we got hammered pretty good for 2 or 3 days, and then it kind of just got bitter cold.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Your following is a following. Yeah, safely. That's definitely true. And going back, somebody has the question that with the prices that we see on the internet, they asked if we've seen a slowdown in foot traffic. We took a page out of that book with the I forget who it was. There's a football player that people loved like hating on. So he made shirts to support to support himself, but he also made the shirts with all the hate. And so he was making money off both sides of the fence. And I was like, that's genius. That's the thinker right there. But anyways, going back to the online purchasing, here it is. Nope. Sorry, not that one. Here, Jonathan Stevens. He asked, with all the online retailers having their guns so cheap, have you seen a loss of sales and more gun transfers like we have? Our foot traffic has gone down a little bit after COVID. So we noticed that our foot traffic is reduced when we have a Republican in office. When we have a Democrat in office, everyone freaks out and they got to get everything they got to get. So what we did was we partnered. Like, for example, we love PSA. When we order stuff for ourselves from PSA, we don't go through our distributor. We go to their website because it's cheaper, even with shipping. So we have an affiliate link with PSA. So if you guys are in here and you want to support us, go to our website, go to our place on the internet where you can look at our stuff. We have an affiliate link, and you can click on that link, and that's all of our affiliates, discount codes, everything like that. Double tap targets are on there. RTS Tactical, so the ballistic pillow. It's a memory foam pillow with a level 3A panel inside, and it's got a handhold. So you can like slip your hand up inside the pillowcase and like use it as a shield. Meta Tactical, we're working with them now. And their new stuff is freaking awesome. I mean, they got away from the like perfect dark, like rounded model and made it more sharp and much cleaner looking, in my opinion. We're affiliates with what is that? Real Avid. Love their tools. Love them. I've got their AR Armors kit. It's like now I think it's more expensive now. It's like 200, 300 and some change. But I've used every single tool repeatedly in that kit except for the chamber flag and the front sight adjustment for the AR-15. Because in the 5 years I've been doing this professionally, and in the 20 years I've been handling firearms, I've never once adjusted the front sight on an AR-15.
Right.
So, but other than that, like yeah, we've just partnered up with everybody that Bear Creek Arsenal. Their Grizzly is amazing. If I could take the trigger out of the Grizzly and put it in the lower of the PSA Dagger, that would be like the perfect Glock clone to me. I'm not a big fan of Shadow Systems, but you know, I think their price point is a little higher than it should be, but that's me. Speaking of Brandon's range, the Unsub Range Day, I got to shoot the newest staccatos, and we love making fun of staccato. We call them staccados because that's what you need to get one.
Oh yeah.
And when I first met the guy, I was like, let's see what I'm dealing with here. I said, oh, you're with staccato. Yeah, we call you guys staccados. And he lost it. Like, he was like, I love that. That is so awesome. And
Yeah.
And then I went out there, and I've never gotten to shoot like a gallery before.
Mm-hmm.
And running that, I mean, normally I'm all about buy your budget. And with the PSA daggers and like even high points, I like making the joke, like our counter here in the front door is roughly 15 yards, 10, 15 yards, somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. So that's what my normal training distance is, because anything beyond that door is none of my business. You know,
right.
I have options beyond the door. So when I talk to people about that, this is getting way too warm. I'm just going to take that off. When I talk to people about like an entry level AR, if you don't like the handguard on your $2,500 AR, it's going to burn like the clap to change that out. If you don't like the handguard on your $500 AR, send her. You can put another, $125 in a new handguard or something like that.
Right.
Right now, a lot of people, I don't know if anyone's heard about a company called O-Hunt. They say they claim that's for airsoft, but I've got one of their handguards on my AR right now, and honestly, I can't find anything wrong with it. Now, I'm not going to use it to try and pry open a door or anything like that. Like I've always said, I'm not an operator, but I wanted full-length handguard.
Yeah,
and I wanted M-lock and all that stuff, and it was like $30.
That's crazy,
and it's freaking solid.
Yeah,
I'm not pulling a fox and beating the dog piss out of it, throwing it in a river or anything like that.
Right. Yeah.
But for my usage, and for anyone that wants to plink, that's perfect. If you want an operator rifle, my two go-tos, in a specific rifle for the third would be Knight's Armament or Nemo. Because you pick that rifle up and it's like, this is not a $500 rifle. You can immediately feel the difference. They're super tight. Their tolerances are super tight. And their machining is amazing. Those two, but you're looking at like $3,000. But that's an 800-yard rifle, easy.
Right.
Now, we love crapping on Daniel's Defense, but their newest rifle that they came out, the DDM V7. I'm sorry, the DDM 4 V7 or something. I always mix that up, but
yeah.
That rifle is stupid tight. Like when I was like, oh, it's a Daniel's Defense, I picked up, I was like, wow, this feels solid. Like that rifle has the handguard actually bolts into the upper receiver. It's not like you got two little screws just holding it. It's a solid rifle, and it's only like between 25 to 27. I $100,
Mhm.
and for like that's a legitimate battle rifle, I think. Like
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to shoot any of them, and honestly, I'm a 50-yard guy myself. The longest shot I've ever taken was at the range day. I was shooting a Dragunov, and it was 150 yards. And I'm such crap at judging distance. I was like, that's what, like 75 yards, 80 yards? And he was like, no, it's more like 150. And out of out of 7 shots freestanding with the rifle, I only missed 2.
That's not
So,
bad.
yeah. And the guy was like, that's really impressive because that scope is crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was a good time. Safely. Now you're gonna get a bunch of adjustments. I'm not really sure what that means, bud. But if you want to clarify, that would be awesome. And then Paul says, I always love BCM. BCM makes solid stuff. I dig it too. Their gas blocks are pretty nice.
Oh yeah.
I think I've got everybody.
I think so. Yeah. Let's see. John Paul Jones. I don't have a code name yet for like a pilot thing. So if you guys want to come up with something, yeah, that's fine. I don't have anything like that. So I think that's it though. Let's see. But no, what you were saying earlier about how like being in the Army and stuff like that, they teach you a lot on rifles. They don't teach you a lot on handguns. So the job I guess I have in the military or the Army is we do like carry a handgun, and most jobs don't. And so it's always interesting going out to the range and trying to teach my other soldiers and seeing the higher ups. Like they have no idea. Like it's crazy. Some of the stuff like typically you have like I want to say it's like 30 rounds for the handgun, and it's pop-up targets, and they just like you're supposed to do obviously 1 shot per target. It goes down, and they just like run up to it and just like shoot 5 shots into it, like miss half of them, and I don't know. It was very eye-opening to me seeing like very high up leadership who's supposed to know, but they don't know. It's crazy.
The problem I see a lot with our community is, especially the gun community, is JP Jones has got a code name for you,
Magnum PI.
or Tom Selleck.
Oh yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. Yeah.
That is a fabulous mustache.
I appreciate it.
New York Gunner. I don't know what JP is. If you want to throw in the full name for me, I'll be happy to throw some thoughts your way. But no, it's one thing that people when they're training don't do enough of is dry fire.
Yes.
If they may JP is my second go-to.
I can't think of what JP is.
Yeah. Ox is a good rifle too. They're based out of Wisconsin. He's a Scandinavian guy, stupid picky. But anyways, simply drawing from a concealed position and then punching out in don't think about your sights until you're all fully punched out,
Right.
and then look at your sights, and then that's what you want to do. So what you're wanting, and this is one of those things that I've adopted thanks to Overton Windex, is because he brought the ready up drill, and I was like, that's why hasn't anyone ever told me about that? With all the things, all the trainings that I've done and stuff, no one's ever made that. JP Enterprise. They made AR furniture and internals. I'll have to look those up, Paul. That'd be and New York Gunner. That would be because I'm always down for new like toys, but just in that, and so in my classes when I'm training somebody, I always tell them focus on getting the gun up, getting your posture, posture, grip. Focus on those things. These are all things you can control. Don't worry about the target down there. The target, that's none of your concern. You have no control over that. Once you squeeze that trigger, your control has left that weapon. This isn't wanted. You can't curve a freaking bullet. So
right.
And then I always tell people practice in a mirror. Get the mental training of pointing a gun at a human being, and in the mirror you've got a gun pointing back at you.
Right.
So it kind of, do I know for a fact that's going to help in a live fire situation? I have no idea. I've never been shot at.
Right.
But it will help you get over that initial hurdle of, oh my God, I'm pointing a gun at somebody. And most of my students are desperate housewives, people living on their own, women living on their own for the first time, stuff like that.
Right.
And it's like, you got to get used to that, and you got to get that. And once you get that muscle memory down, when something happens, your gun's going to be in your hand before you even know what happened. So,
right.
You guys ever seen hostage targets where the bad guy moves? Pretty interesting. I definitely try it at a range. If JP Jones, if you can, I'm a big fan of using balloons. You have a balloon behind a balloon, and balloonception, and in the wind, the balloons will move a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
So you want to hit the balloon behind your first balloon. It's a very, very inexpensive way to get that training in. Paper's nice, but paper doesn't move.
Right.
I believe Double Tap has one where the head will swing back and forth when you hit it. So my 7.62 has full furniture, internals. It's one of my nicest looking areas. Nice. Balloons are a good idea. No problem, JP. I'm glad I helped, bud. I know some ranges won't let you walk down range, so it might be something better set for somebody that has their own setup.
Yeah, definitely.
That's what we're gonna have to wrap her up.
Yeah. So yeah, we're opening in 2 minutes. So as we found in the past, it's never a good idea to be on here when we're open, because people walk in going, "Hey, what's going on? What's
Then they want.
I can only imagine. Do you guys ever have people walk in with guns while you're on live and they take you down for that, or?
We do we're very conscious of it now.
Yeah.
So right now we have full control over this. If I knew Dustin, we've been live while we've been open.
Uh-huh.
If Dustin's had to grab a gun off the wall, I literally just turn my camera off.
That makes sense. Yeah.
It happened to Nate a while back.
Yeah, where somebody walked in.
A customer came in and started handling the gun in the background. They locked him down quick.
Oh, they do. It's so quick. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. So, no, we're pretty conscious about it. So, I was gonna say, I'm gonna start turning lights on here. So, any last minute questions? Now's the time, because we're gonna hop off here in just a couple minutes. So, and then Cody, do me a favor, just stay on there.
Yeah.
Don't log off just yet.
I'll be on.
Outdoor ranges are the best, I think, especially for new shooters, because then you don't have somebody mag dumping hot brass into your booth, and you don't got some jackhole standing next to you, shooting a 40 Smith & Wesson where the muzzle's 8 feet beyond the range, so you're feeling all that concussion.
Yes.
New York Gunner, you're welcome. For 308, JP, absolutely love it. We're gonna have to check out that JP Industries. New York Gunner and JP Jones are just salivating, and Paul Wick are just salivating over this freaking JP Industries stuff. It's AR furniture and stuff like that, and triggers and buffers and silent capture springs.
Oh, is this like when everybody told me I should get yeet buttons and then nobody bought yeet buttons?
Yeah, it's a shame. We have a gold one and we got a normal one.
Heck yeah.
There's no batteries in the red one.
Yeah, there's no batteries in this one, so
Well, we'll check out JP Enterprises here.
Or we're glad you subscribed to there, JP Jones.
All right.
So,
well, everybody, like I say, this week is going to be a little different for us. We have Christmas this week, so Christmas Eve we're going to close early at 1 p.m. We have our own little in-store Christmas party that day. Christmas Day we're closed, and we're closed the day after Christmas, which is Friday. So no live videos on Friday. Next live video would be Saturday the 27th, next Saturday morning. So a week from today, I'm here Saturday. So yeah, so if you're going to try and contact us, just know we're not here basically Wednesday afternoon through Saturday morning. So
yeah, thank you guys for sticking with us through the live. We really appreciate it.
But all right, Cody, real quick before we hop off, where can people find you? What platforms are you on?
Yeah, so I'm on YouTube. The Arms Room is my channel. You guys can find me there. I do have a Rumble account. It's the Arms Room as well. I don't really post. I'm gonna start posting more though. That's basically the best two to find me at right now. So,
Awesome. And no websites yet, huh?
not yet, but I'm debating on it. I've seen your guys' merch, and I got some questions. So
Okay. All right. Well, anything we can do to help you out there, we will do our best.
I
So,
appreciate it.
but all right, everybody, Merry Christmas. If we don't see you even for New Year's, Happy New Year. Thanks for tuning in.